Welcome to your Health Facts podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about omega-3 fatty acids. They're these essential fats that are really important for our health and well-being. And we're going to be, especially focusing on how they could help us live longer, healthier lives. One of the biggest things that got me interested in omega-3s was this study. They looked at over 42,000 people. And they found that the people who had higher levels of omega-3s in their blood, they were actually 15 to 18% less likely to die prematurely from, well, any cause. That's a pretty big difference, don't you think? It really seems like these fatty acids can have a big impact on our overall health. And it's not just about living longer, it's about living better, too. For example, there's research showing that omega-3s can be really good for your heart. They can actually reduce the risk of those ischemic events like strokes by a whole 25%. Ischemic events are those things that happen when blood flow gets blocked in some part of your body, often because of a blood clot. And omega-3s, well, they seem to help with blood clotting and keep your arteries healthier. So that's probably why they lower the risk. But there's more. Omega-3s, they can actually help protect your vision as you get older. You know how your eyesight can get worse with age? Well, omega-3s might be able to slow that down. And they can even help protect you from the effects of air pollution, which is a big deal these days, right? And for anyone worried about losing muscle as they age, studies show that omega-3s can actually help prevent muscle loss in older adults. Another really interesting thing about omega-3s is what they do for your immune system. They basically boost your immune function. They can even calm down that inflammation you see in autoimmune disorders. And there's some evidence that they might even help you fight off viruses better, including COVID-19. But one of the things that I find most fascinating about omega-3s is how they affect the brain. You see, there's a specific type of omega-3 called DHA. And it's actually one of the main building blocks of your brain, so it's really important for your brain to work properly. And there's even research suggesting that DHA might help prevent Alzheimer's disease. And that's a pretty big deal, especially with Alzheimer's becoming more and more common.
So let's dig a little deeper into how omega-3s actually help us live longer. One of the key ways they do this is by acting as antioxidants. You see, our bodies are constantly under attack from things called free radicals. They cause damage to our cells and make us age faster. But omega-3s, they can neutralize those free radicals and protect our DNA from damage. And, they also have a positive effect on what we call biomarkers of aging. Basically, these biomarkers are like little clues that tell us how well our bodies are aging. And omega-3s seem to improve these markers. Now, another important thing that omega-3s do is they help regulate our immune system. Our immune systems are amazing, but sometimes they can overreact. And when that happens, we get inflammation. And that chronic inflammation can lead to all sorts of problems as we age. But omega-3s, they can help calm down that inflammation and keep our immune systems in check. Now, the relationship between omega-3s and cancer, that's a bit more complicated. There's still a lot of research going on in that area. Some studies have shown mixed results, but there was a study in 2021 that found something really interesting. They found that people with higher levels of omega-3s in their blood were less likely to die from cancer. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that omega-3s can prevent cancer, but it definitely suggests that they might play a role in protecting us from it. And then there's the impact of omega-3s on mental health, particularly depression. There's actually a lot of evidence suggesting that omega-3s can help with depression. In fact, there was a big analysis of over 20 studies with more than 5,800 participants, and they found that omega-3s were especially helpful for people with moderate depression. And it seems like the longer people took omega-3s, the better they worked. So it really seems like omega-3s could be a valuable tool for managing depression and improving overall mental well-being.
Yeah.
It's fascinating stuff.
For more insights on health and wellness, be sure to subscribe to yourhealthfacts.com. And, think about this. With all this amazing stuff that omega-3s can do for us, helping us live longer, healthier lives, are we really doing enough to make sure we're getting enough of them in our diets? It's definitely something to think about as we, try to figure out how to live our best lives in this crazy modern world. It really makes you think. With all the incredible things omega-3s can do, helping us live longer and healthier, we're really doing enough to make sure we're getting enough of them. It's definitely something to consider, as we try to navigate this modern world and live our best lives. For more information on how to optimize your health, visit yourhealthfacts.com. That's yourhealthfacts.com. 187.